now.
Hi, YouTube!
Oh, of course there's gotta be a commercial, right?
Of course. There's always a commercial.
I'm trying to skip the ad, but it won't let me.
Just dance with the ad.
There we go.
Hi! Joy. Fire. You're not doing the oohs and ahs?
Oh! No, look at it, sounds like a dead frog.
Okay.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
That's all we're doing. And dance. Hi, everyone!
And fingers. And dance. I feel like I'm gonna do, like we should do like in a body class now, I feel. I'm sure a body will be
have a Christmas
very
theme,
festive at
right?
some point.
Yeah,
I have a
Christmas
feeling she
theme.
will.
We do love this song too. It's fun, you know. We found that the last little while doing intros with singing seems to make us, you know, start off the show pretty well, especially on YouTube. And look, it's so pretty.
It is. It's
got it all
fantastic.
centered and everything. It's very Christmassy, I think.
We move things around again. We keep rotating.
Well, you guys can see this is our outside of our window wall in our condo. You can't really see anything. There's a building back there.
Yeah, there's a building.
Yeah.
And there's snow on the roof.
And the hospital's over there.
Yes,
yeah,
the hospital's right there.
Yeah, so. No. We're
You all here, 58 people in Zoom with us. That's fantastic. If anybody wants to join Zoom from Facebook, I believe Nick has tagged it.
I pinned it, and I also
And
did it
pinned
on
it.
YouTube as well.
And it's also on YouTube. So let's start
Celebrations.
putting some celebrations in. Let's do it.
Let's put some celebrations. How's everybody done this week? I know I saw that Scott shared. That he went down 0.2, I think, or 2. Scott's down 0.2.
Wow.
Sue's down 2 pounds.
Woohoo!
And Sue Jones lost 3.
That's amazing.
So
Everyone's saying I love this
Joyce
song.
says part of her name's in the window.
Yes.
Yes.
Good for
that's
you,
true.
Joyce.
And Patricia's down 0.8. Jose 1.8. That's awesome. Is anybody else sharing on YouTube and Facebook?
No, nothing on Facebook yet. I haven't seen anything. Oh, I know one thing we need to do too.
Yeah. Oh, there's more people coming in, so I'm just gonna let more people in. So so Arlene 0.2 and 6 blue dots. Gwen 3
You do
pounds.
not have to be telling us if you lost weight. It could be any
Anything.
success
Scott's
you feel
down
that
2.
you've had this
Marlene's
week.
maintaining.
Don't forget, success is not just about a number on that scale.
That was our video we released
yeah,
yesterday.
that was a video we released yesterday. There's so many other ways to measure that success. You don't want to just think about the scale. Even just changing the way you talk to yourself, the way you change, the way you interact with other people. Everything you do on this journey is part of it, and you have to celebrate anything that is good for you. That is the most important part.
Heidi just shared on YouTube that she's from South Dakota, and she said that she's able to cross my feet, and she's now lost 1 pound this week.
That's
so
amazing.
That's
That's
awesome.
so awesome.
See? Those
Oh
are
my
awesome.
goodness, Carol's a total loss of wait a minute. 6.2 this week, total off of 60.5.
Jen, 5 boot camps exercises.
Wow, that's insane.
Heather's it keeps scrolling. That's the problem.
Anne Marie said she managed blue dots 2 days in a row. That's fantastic.
Mary has arm definition.
Marjorie is down 1 pound with a workshop weigh-in. Denise here is down 4.2 pounds this week. This is phenomenal, guys. I hope you guys realize how amazing this is, especially in these times.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And Morgan has been a really
struggle day.
We almost ordered Thai food.
Yes.
Almost. But
Almost,
we didn't.
but
So
we
that's
didn't.
a big success for us, actually.
Because
when Nick woke up and saw the snow, I put the foot down. I said, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
We had made our plan. We know exactly what we're doing. This is not in the plan right now. We cannot do it. I agreed to not work day. I was okay with that.
It's been about like 11 days in a row now.
Yeah.
It was time.
So it was like, you know what? It was time for a break. And then even tomorrow, he was like, are we going to work out tomorrow morning? I know I have to be at work early tomorrow morning. I have an 8:30 meeting that I can't miss. And getting up a half hour earlier to work out to be at work for 8:30, even though I'm working from home, I'm like, you know what? We can do it after work. We can do it after work, and I will be in my head, and I will not let it go. So tomorrow after work.
Sure.
We've done it every other Monday.
Yeah.
And Tuesday, actually, last week, and Wednesday.
Yeah. So our weigh-ins this week.
Yes.
So I weighed in at 171.1. I was up 1.1 overall, and I'm still within my maintain goal. I can go over by 2, so 172 is the maximum.
Yeah, and I weighed in at 174.8, and so I'm down 0.9 this week, so I'm still at lifetime. Woo-woo! Which is completely awesome.
Yeah.
Either way, as long as you're feeling good. I think that's a huge important thing to talk about right now too. As long as you look at that number and you can say, wow, guess what? It might not have moved, but I feel good. If those words can come out of your mouth, it means so much more than stressing about what that piece of metal is going to say.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind, and we said it last week. Taking that pause before you step on the scale, and there is a 5-minute, coaching on that, if I'm not mistaken, in the new WW app that talks about the pause that you should take.
That's a good segue.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, pretty good, eh?
So this week we didn't visit workshops much.
We did not,
because the new W app came out,
and we wanted everyone to be able to ask questions about the app.
And we don't want to just show up and be like, hey, we're here. And so we kind of just took the week off. And we actually have been privy to the app for a while.
We knew about it for a while.
Yeah, we've known about it for a while. We were testing it back in September.
And I have a funny story.
So if you guys remember when Cook What You Got came out the first time? So
we had just done a beta testing, a beta meeting with all the people, and they said, there's going to be a new segment on our app called What's in Your Fridge? And I'm like, oh my God, and we had signed papers saying we're not allowed to talk about the new app.
And we already scheduled.
I'm like, we already scheduled Cook What You Got. It's not the same, we promise. But it was kind of funny, like where your brain thinks, you know what I mean? Like where we were thinking, okay, people like to know what people have in their fridge and want to be able to cook from those ingredients instead of always having to go to the store and getting it. So that to me, that addition, and that's where the whole idea of Cook What You Got came, and the fact that they added that to the app now is amazing. I haven't used it to the best of its abilities, but I've heard a lot of people have. But I'm also, as you can see, I can be creative in the kitchen. So the whole Cook What You Got is really helpful for those who struggle to be creative in the kitchen, who don't know how to mix things together, who feel, oh, will those things go together? I'm a little bit more adventurous. I'll try, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Some people don't like doing that, and it's totally understandable. So I love the fact that they're adding all these little things to help everybody out on a journey. And always remember, these parts of the app, if you don't feel like using it,
you don't have to.
You don't have to.
That's the thing. That's what's so cool about the WW app is that there's so many different tools and you pick what works for you. There's certain things that we've never used on the app. One of the things that we always talk about is tracking for us. We're very bad at tracking. So we use the quick add for tracking all the time. And so for us, using the meal planner and all that stuff wouldn't work for us. We're not meal planners, but maybe you are, and that would be something that would help your journey.
Exactly.
So you grab the tools and the things that you need to use to make it work for you.
And it doesn't say that you might not go back later on at a different point of your journey and say, wow, maybe I need to start using this because this might actually help me. So never think that you will never use these tools, but make sure that you take advantage to learning about them and then seeing if they are part of your journey now or something that you'll end up using later.
Yeah. Patricia said that she loves having her goal on her home page. So
that is a very cool thing. I saw that as well. Having your goal and seeing it all the time is very, very cool because it keeps it right there. And guess what? We're always on the app, are we not? We're always in that app doing something, either looking at Connect, looking up a recipe, looking up points, so there's always something in that app. So being able to just, every time you have to go through that homepage and see your goal, it brings you that inspiration. It brings you that moment of reflecting on your why.
Yeah.
And the more you reflect on your why and the more you think about it, the more it becomes such a permanent part of your journey that you don't forget.
Yeah. And so I hope you guys have been able to use the app and check out some of the new things on there. We were able to see a bunch of them before. I love the new trends, like seeing all. I love
hidden numbers.
I love numbers. I love seeing graphs and charts. So I love the new trends seeing that part in the app. So I'm glad that they're adding that in there. Sometimes it's important to see not just what happened this week, but see what's happened overall. We always tell everyone to zoom back out, right? Step out of what's happening and see your full
perspective,
journey.
right?
Perspective.
Everything is
and
perspective.
We've shown our charts before, our weight loss charts, how if we showed you guys in 1 year, how our 1 year was very ragged and jagged, up and down, up and down. But if I zoom out for the last 10 years or 9 years that we've been members, it's really like a roller coaster slope. And that's the thing. It took time, but if I look at the last few months or the last few moments of what I've been doing, yes, I can get discouraged. But if I zoom out and look at what I've done overall and see where I come from where I started back at the beginning, that's when you see the success, and that's when you see, you know, I am doing better. If I just keep doing what I've been doing and still enjoy life and still, you know, have those indulgences once in a while, then I can keep going forever. And that's what's changed with us.
Yeah, definitely. Even just today, having that moment of, okay, we wanted to have, Nick wanted Thai food.
Yep.
And deep down inside, just being able to say, no, don't need it today because I know I'm going to have it in 3 weeks.
So again, in Zoom, if anybody wants to chat with us today about any questions,
please raise your hands.
Raise your hands.
Don't forget, you will be displayed on the television behind
right
us for our wonderful people on YouTube and Facebook. So if you do not want to have your picture taken or you don't want to be on video, please turn your camera off. You can still chat with us if you'd like, though.
So, okay, so let's get going then. So to recap of the week. So
we did nothing.
We did nothing. No,
no,
we didn't do much this weekend. We didn't join any we didn't join any workshops per se. We did drop in on one, I think, during the week, during the day.
Yes, because it was one we had already said we were going to go to on Friday. It was one of the Fridays.
Monday, Tuesday too. I think we went Monday, Tuesday.
We did go Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
This week was a crazy work week.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. Work has been insane. There's a lot going on at work. I spent my Thursday was one of the longest days I've ever spent working. Well, no, I spent some really long days, but it was a non-stop day from 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. that day, where I was on the computer all day working, getting things done, and it's going to be like this for the next little while. The holidays are coming in, and I think what happens is we need to have that connection still, right? So a lot of meetings are still happening and they're doing a lot of virtual celebrations, and it's important. So do that with yourselves. Do that with your friends. Don't forget that right now. Get a few friends. Get on a video chat. Zoom is free for 45 minutes, so you're able to create your own Zoom room if you don't have one. You do not need to pay for the entire subscription. So do that with your friends right now. It's important.
Something else that we did this week, we actually decided that we are going to have a dance party.
We are!
So we posted it on Saturday in our group or Friday in our group that we are back in lockdown. So Toronto, Ontario is back
going into gray.
Gray, which means as of tomorrow, everything's closing again for us, and we're not allowed to
curbside pickup for all the stores.
Can't leave our region, etc., etc. So we are going to be staying put, and so we're going to do a dance party on December 19th, and we're planning it ahead of time because we're trying to kind of make it sort of a Christmas party themed night.
Well, holiday themed.
Holiday themed.
So if you have an ugly sweater, wear your ugly sweater. If you have an ugly t-shirt, wear your ugly t-shirt. If you feel like decorating yourself like a Christmas tree, be jolly, have fun. We'll be doing we'll sing Christmas carols, we'll have music. We'll have a drink because we'll be having our first cocktail of this season on the 19th.
That's the day I'm weighing in at Lifetime as well. So we thought it would work
it would be a great way to celebrate.
So that's December 19th. So mark it in your calendar. We'll be dancing.
Yeah.
We should be dancing. Yeah. No?
I think so.
And then the other thing that we're also planning is we have Christmas that we will be on December 25th. We will be live in Zoom all day.
Yes.
We are planning to open our Zoom room and just have it open. Anybody who wants to come in and just say hi throughout the day can just come in and just,
You'll probably see this beautiful scene if we're not standing here, but then whenever we can and just say hi to people and chit chat. We'll have the speaker on so we'll know when someone's there. We won't just ignore you. But the thing is there's going to be a password still, is there not?
Same
so
as normal.
We'll keep on and keep checking. So if you do come in and we don't see you right away, just wait a few seconds. So FYI, people in Zoom after we are done. On the Canadian side, we're good, but we might need some help from someone in the US. So we will talk to Zoom people for the US portion of the fundraiser that we're trying to do for Christmas.
Yeah. So that's basically the update this week. Oh, the other thing too is we actually finally signed up. We became Amazon associates.
Yes.
So it's funny because all the time when we actually share products, we're like, you guys are an associates already? You should be. We actually signed up this week because we're like, why not? And we want to be honest with you guys. So now we share links. It's actually because now we're part of the. I don't even know.
I don't even know how it works. I don't know. We just signed
up.
up, and it says we can add stuff to our website, but we're not really like the website. We don't want to crowd the website with stuff.
Ads.
So it's not something that we're really going to be pushing a lot. But we thought, hey, if it works and we can get, how does it work? Like we end up getting referrals for it. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
So,
but this is kind of a cool thing that someone told me about, and that's what I did buy it, and it's cool because we make the cream cheese, the
0-point cream cheese.
The 0-point cream cheese. It's actually called yogurt cheese, and instead of using
you know how when we did a recipe, we actually used cheesecloth,
cheesecloth,
right?
they actually have a machine for it. It drains it.
It's actually called a yogurt cheese maker.
Yeah, it's a yogurt cheese maker.
From Queasy Pro.
Queasy Pro.
So yeah, so we're excited because we love making 0-point cream cheese.
Yeah.
You guys have
perfectly in the fridge and it won't get in the way.
Yeah, that's definitely
nothing like the last, which was not that long ago when Rosie and Kim were here. Hey, that was true. They were here not that long ago.
Yeah,
last
year, a year
ago when we moved in. Rosie and Kim came to visit us, and we had made that cream cheese, and it was in bowls in the fridge.
Yeah.
So that will be a little bit easier to keep in the fridge without spilling and making a mess.
Yeah, so we definitely can't wait to start using that.
Mm-hmm.
We also bought the Kevin and James had suggested the Green Giant zucchini fries and the onion. We've also found onion rings. So we tried them this weekend. We're actually going to do a video on them at some point, but we thought we'd show you guys. It's 5 points for the serving.
These are cauliflower onion rings. Like how cool is that from Green Giant?
And these are zucchini, parmesan, and garlic.
And we made them in the air fryer, and they were really good. I was pretty impressed. I will say this: the zucchini fries to me were better than the onion ring.
They smell good.
The onion ring was still good. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Although my 3-point onion rings are still delicious.
Yeah, they're still. Yeah, the one we're probably getting again is the zucchini fries.
The zucchini ones for sure.
There's
a different flavor on the zucchini ones too.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them. I think Keikos thinks the fire is warm.
Yeah, maybe. He's trying to get some.
Hey, Keikos, why don't you turn around and look at people?
Yeah, he doesn't want to do that.
He does.
He's happy where he is, eh? So another thing that we want to talk to you guys about is WB Canada is doing a contest.
Yes.
A baking contest.
Baking contest!
So if you go look at the WB Canada website, so it's only for Canadian members, American members and UK members. And what it is just submit a recipe, and then the recipe.
I believe someone's already submitted a recipe with persimmons and persimmons in our group, and I saw it. And I think there are 2 people that you might know that are judges on We're part of the judge panel.
Yes.
So it was funny because I think Kim Verdages was the one who said, Jean-Luc, what recipe are you going to submit? And I was like, well, judge can't submit a recipe. And we thought it was so cool to be asked to be judges. I'm like, really? I'm like, are people eat baked goods? I'm like, that could be dangerous. That could be very dangerous. But I think it's the recipe. So we're not exactly sure of the judging details yet. So
yeah. So if you guys are submitting your, please go look into it. If you have a recipe that you want to share, that you know it's inventive, that you want to add, send in to possibly win the contest, just look it up on Canada's website, their Facebook page, or Instagram, and they'll have the details there posted. We're just judges, so we don't even know exactly how it's going to work yet. We were just kind of asked. Like last week, because like when they announced it, so we're like sure, because we like doing these kinds of things. It's fun.
We do.
So that's basically the updates of the week. I guess we didn't do much this week, so it was kind of like a very
work kept us so busy. But I mean, we worked out every day. We were within our points. Today's the only day we didn't work out. We're feeling really good as far as that goes.
We did feel like we missed workshops, though.
Yeah, I always do. When I don't go to a workshop, there's something missing. Yeah, there's absolutely something missing.
Yeah, we went to see Paula yesterday at the Ajax workshop at 8. It's the place that we feel is it's the place that we feel at home.
It's just become our home since we moved to North York, honestly. Like we feel so close to Paula and all the ladies in Stouffville. So when we had the opportunity, it's kind of funny though, because we told ourselves we're gonna let ourselves sleep in. If we don't wake up on time for the workshop, it's okay. Like we were fine.
Yeah.
And so, of course, I couldn't sleep in. So I ended up waking up, and he ended up waking up because I was up. So we're like, okay, let's go to the workshop. But the thing we find about this is what we're realizing too is when you break your routine on the weekend, it throws you off.
Yeah.
So that's why we're trying to keep somewhat of a routine on the weekend that's not so far off of our week. So even if we do get an extra hour of sleep on the weekend, that's fine. An extra hour is better than none. but it at least allows us to create, again, this healthy pattern.
Yeah. There's a few people asking in chat on Zoom and on Facebook about the cream cheese recipe. I will share the link in our group for both the cream cheese recipe. I'll repost it, and then I'll also share the cheesemaker as well.
And I'll be honest, you don't need to be fancy and have a cheesemaker. If you have cheesecloth at home, all you need to do is take the yogurt, throw it in fold up some cheesecloth, throw it in.
Garlic and spices.
Add garlic and spices, or add any type of fruit if you want to as well, because you can make a cream cheese. And then just tie it up, put it in a bowl, and let it sit there for at least 24 hours. Dip.
So, and again, you guys use your judgment. You can't eat the entire thing at once. It doesn't mean because it's zero that it's free, right? Yeah. That's the thing to remember. You still have to limit yourself. The only thing it does, though, is it gives you an option. If you're having tonight, I'm having I want some vegetables that have no points left. I need to dip cream cheese as an add-on to your snack as a 0 point, and yogurt with your.
You could even add it to pasta.
Yeah,
add it to
you
can bake with it. You could cook with it because it doesn't melt the same way, but it adds that creaminess, which is really good.
Yeah. So we do have people with hands up. Yay. So I'm actually gonna go to Leah first because Leah's actually and I see Gwen's hand up as well. So I saw your hand, Gwen. So I'll go with you. I'll remember. So hi, Leah.
Hi, Leah. Is the speaker off? 1 second. Our speaker's off. Oh, and I need to turn the TV back on.
That's okay. Got it.
Where's that? Oh.
Hi,
Leah. With your speaker off.
Hey, there you go.
I brought someone new to come who has never met you or doesn't know your story.
Oh.
Can you do the elevator?
Sure. Who are we speaking to?
Anne is here somewhere.
Hi, Anne.
And she doesn't know, from Boston. She doesn't know about the two of you.
Oh, okay. So hi, Anne. Hi, Anne from Boston.
In case others don't know us either, so we can definitely do the elevator pitch. So I'm Nick.
And I'm Jean-Luc. And as you already must know, we're known as the WW Gays. We've been a married couple now for 9 years. We've been together for 12. And we struggled with weight our entire life. We struggled with, we had issues since we were really young.
Yeah, and so when we met, we still tried, we joined WW in 2011. And for 6 years on the program, we kept joining and leaving, and we didn't see sustained success until 2 years ago, or almost 3 years now. In 2018, when we came back and we changed how we followed the program, I guess. We didn't change what the program taught us, because we knew what the food, we knew what the activity, what we had to do in that sense. But what we came back with is we came back with a new why.
Well, and we
came back with a stronger sense of why we were doing this, and we also came back with we were nicer to ourselves.
And it's so funny because one of the things I'm starting to realize more and more is this journey is all about us making the changes. The journey, the WW cannot make the changes for us. They offer us these tools and guidances, and then we have to take what we decide and adapt those changes. Yeah. So as we said, we were repeat offenders. We now like saying frequent flyers because it sounds less negative.
Yes.
Frequent flyers sounds a lot less negative than repeat offenders. But reason being is because we came back multiple times, and now I'm at a total loss of 101 pounds, 101.3 pounds, and Nick is at 118.
So that's the crux of our journey. If you look on the Zoom, you can actually find another screen where our actual picture is showing up instead, where you see our triple transformation.
And it was a lot having to do with the mindset. Like mindset was the biggest biggest transformation for us, and for years. We struggled with doing this because we were never good to ourselves during it.
We were always very mean to ourselves, and I think a lot of us do this. We still see it today, people posting in groups, and I think Charlotte wrote to me this week about this specific thing, is how even when we announce certain things when we post, we still have to excuse ourselves or say sorry for something.
So true.
Like, I'll post this, I'll say, oh my god, I can't believe I lost 1 pound this week, but I still have 25 more to go.
We always add something.
Oh my god, I can't believe I went for a walk 3 days this week, but I didn't go for 5.
Yeah.
And so why are we negating and always trying to minimize our successes? And we did the same thing. We were just as bad. We still are sometimes. But often now we I'll sometimes go on a scale. It doesn't mean I go on a scale and see a positive number that my brain goes, yay, I'm so happy, fiesta, yay. No. My brain, the first thing that goes on is, oh crap, I'm up again. And then I'll say, but, what did I do this week? I did this, I did that, I ate great meals, I worked out every day, I did everything possible on the journey. I might have overindulged in a meal, but that's okay, that's part of my balanced life. And so I talk myself off that ledge right away. I don't let that thought fester and get worse.
And if I can recommend, once again, is doing that before you get on the scale. Don't do it because it's harder to do it after. It's harder to do it after because you're already in that feeling. If you do it before saying, I did this, I did this, I did this, I'm so proud of myself of what I did, and then step on the scale, at least that number should not affect you in the same way because you've already listed out so many things in your mind that are good and are on point with your journey that shouldn't have to worry. You shouldn't have to worry about it.
Hope that was the elevator pitch you needed there, Leah.
If you want any specifics, Leah, just let us know.
Yeah, if you missed part of the specific what you wanted.
I love you, girl.
Thank you, Leah.
I wanted you to show your face.
Oh, yeah, we don't have a device to show.
All our devices are all being used.
What we look like.
So you know what we'll do, Leah? If at the end of the show we'll show it on the Zoom again once we actually have a device available to us.
Yeah, because
Right.
Every device is being used at the moment.
Message her and say, come, I want you to see these great guys.
Aww.
thank you, Leah.
You're a sweetheart, Leah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So next I'll go to Gwen because I know Gwen said that she
She
had
was
her
waving.
hand up.
Waving.
Hi, Gwen.
Put your hands in the air like you just don't care.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How's it going?
I'm really struggling this week.
Aw.
I had a really hard personal family issue and a personal issue that have all crashed at once.
Oh.
But I had a huge non-scale victory the other day. I put it out on the group how I wanted to eat. I just wanted to eat. That's my go-to. That's my self-medication. I want to eat, I want to drink, I want to feel better. I didn't do any of that. And I got up, I didn't recognize it yesterday. I went home, I went to bed and got up to another lousy day and went, hey, I didn't reach for that bottle of chips. I didn't have that gin and tonic. I didn't, whatever. I stayed, and so far today, I've done the same thing.
Oh, that's amazing, Gwen.
And that's the thing. You have to take it day by day and step by step. That's the.
And I love, and even you right now, from when you first even got on to now, because you talked about something that you were proud of, that little smirk that changed in your face. Just that little smirk of that thinking of something good made you feel better. And it's keeping that and letting that be the spark that makes you want to keep doing things and keep, not even doing, recognizing what you're doing. Because you're probably doing a lot better than you think. It's just you're not recognizing it. So good on you for recognizing it.
Yeah, that's definitely a non-skill victory.
That's the whole thing. And it's really hard to do that self-praise. Like I didn't do it yesterday, and so far I haven't done it today. Not to say that I'm not going to fall off the wagon, but I have had success. And it's something that I would have never done.
That's amazing.
Well, you know what, Gwen? I still do it myself. I do it maybe no longer on the journey of food, but I still do it with my personal choices and my personal things. Because I've really created this healthy relationship with food. But Nick has made me realize yesterday when we did that video for my mom and I re-sang the song, I hated it in my head. I was like, I can't believe I'll say this. I was like, I can't believe I'm posting it, but I said, yep, post it. And I hated it. I was like, this doesn't sound right, it's off, it's this, it's that. He's like, just leave it alone. Even tonight, when we went to sing Last Christmas, we sang it together, and I was like, yeah, I don't like it, I'm not doing this. And he's like, you're making me feel like I'm not singing well. And I was like, no, it has nothing to do with you, it's me. I'm like, I don't like what I'm sounding like. He's like, just let it go. Who cares? Like, why are you so
People are
trying to
happy
be
hearing you
perfect?
sing. Just sing for them.
And I'll be honest, it's one of those things I've had my entire life where I think, again, that
We
whole
all do
mentality
it.
of you want to be, when you want to make sure that it sounds or looks or tastes or feels perfect, and we can't be that way. But we still have to recognize that what we've done and what I do is still good, no matter which way. So good on you for recognizing, and don't stop recognizing how good you are doing and how good you are to yourself.
Thank you, guys.
We love you, Glenn.
Love you.
So
Keep you in our thoughts too. Hopefully everything will turn out better. And again, I posted something earlier this week. It's true. Being positive does not mean you have to be smiling and positive all the time. That's not what positivity means. It just means you know things will eventually get better.
Yeah,
that's a huge thing to keep in mind, right? Yeah. The hard time is in the moment. It's not all the time.
Yeah.
It's not all the time.
So someone had a question on YouTube that I kind of want to talk about because someone asked, are there any lower point cocktails? So I'm asking that question. If anyone has any questions on any of the chats,
feel free.
them because we'll talk about answer those questions. We love these questions because this is what people are here for. You guys want to know. So lower point cocktails.
Yeah, well, we just do amaretto or wine. Nick only does amaretto and Coke Zero.
So for us, amaretto, a shot of amaretto is 4 points. So what we have it with is with Coke Zero. So I only have, my mix is 0 points. So I still will get my 4 points per drink. But what we do too is for a lot of people, if you use straight alcohol and you create your beverage as your mix, that's usually where you can save the biggest bang for your buck. For example, bubbly, sparkling ice, all the 0 point drinks that you have out there, or using Neo, Crystal Light, using those items as your mix to your alcoholic beverage instead of juices is a great way to do a lower point.
The only one that's harder is if you're having a Caesar or a Bloody Mary, because tomato juice, you just can't get the fake stuff. It just don't taste right. No. However, if you are looking for pre-mixed drinks at the liquor stores, Bear Claw in Canada is huge right now. Those are like 0 sugar drinks, so a lot of them are 3 points.
Yes, and
there's a lot of different drinks, a lot of drink companies that are coming out with lower point alcoholic beverages.
I think we'll say this is for Canada. Canada does not have a lot of choice when it comes to lower point drinks. American
already
neighbors,
had a lot
you guys
more.
Have so many options.
But there's a lot more in Canada.
There's a lot more now. I remember
Canada.
we used to go visit in the States, like, we get to drink, like, this is low point.
Well,
this is low point.
There's
so many options.
You know what a really difference is for Nick as well, is in Canada, all of our cocktails, like our alcohol are vodka based mostly. In the US, they're malt based. And he likes them better. Which is weird because he doesn't like beer.
I don't like beer.
But he likes the malt fruity flavored.
Which one's the one?
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Can't drink them in Canada, but in the US with all the flavors, they're amazing. It's so weird,
delicious.
isn't it? Isn't it?
Too many points though. I don't drink them anymore. But back in the day, I used to drink them a lot. Wonder why I was so big, right? Like that was my drink of choice. So I used to drink all the sugary drinks. So I switched to. My mix now is always, I switch to amaretto mostly, and my mix is mostly...
All you do is Coke Zero and Corona. He doesn't drink anything else.
You, hon, how do you do
I do wine. Spritzers? I do wine spritzers as well. Like, I'll do wine, and then I'll add bubbly, like either the bubbly to it, or I'm weird, and I will say this, my next door neighbor, who was Italian, raised me on Diet Coke and red wine, and I love it even to this day. It's something that I drink. It's delicious, and I know people look at me weirdly, but I love it. And so if there's red wine left over, depending on what kind of red wine it is as well, because if it's an expensive red wine, I will not put Diet Coke in it. But normally, that's how I drink, and it reduces the points.
But we always tell everyone, this is something we've told everyone, if your glass of wine is your important meal of the day, and I know that's funny, if that's your important meal of the day, and I mean that in
important part of your meal, hopefully it's not all you're
eating.
No,
but I mean like us, I always say our most important meal of the day is nighttime snacks.
Yeah.
We've learned to accept that is our most important meal of the day. We build our plan based on nighttime snacking. Maybe for you, your glass of wine every day is what's the most important thing. So you build your plan around that glass of wine. So you know you want to have every day. So how many points is it? How many points is it?
Depending on, I think it's usually 3 points.
So say it's 4 points. Say it's 4 points. So you know every
3
day.
ounces, I think it is.
You gotta know every day you want to have 4 points of wine. So you will always put that in because you want that. That's her. Or you're like, everything else you build around it. Maybe you decide, this week, actually, I posted a picture yesterday of our lunch, and somebody actually commented, I don't remember her name, one of our fans commented and said, aren't you guys tired of always eating the same thing every day?
Nope.
The same lunch every day? And the thing is, lunch is not important for us. Lunch is just a meal to fill us up and nourish us. So some people can have oatmeal every day for breakfast, and that's okay for them, that's routine.
Yep.
We can have the same lunch every day because for us, lunch is not an event. Lunch is just, I have to eat something because I know if I don't eat, I'll be starving by dinner and I'll eat the entire fridge.
Yes. Or I'll be eating all the crap stuff throughout the entire day and not have anything in my stomach to sustain me. I pulled out this bottle of wine because I'm very proud of myself.
It's been there for weeks.
It's been there forever. I drank 1 glass of it, and I've had the rest in the fridge forever. So this is a huge NSV.
That's why it's snowing. Hell froze over.
Yeah, hell froze over. Normally, if there's a bottle of wine open, he's such a sorry. if there was a bottle of wine open in the fridge, normally, I would have drank it, but we promised ourselves not to. So this is a huge NSV, and I love the fact that I left it. I could have taken it out, but I said, no, I'm going to leave it there because, first of all, I want a cold when I do have my first glass. And second of all, I was like, it's a good reminder to make me think it's not going anywhere. It's not going to leave. I'm going to be able to have this again. So why do I need to have it all the time?
So yeah, so that's kind of where we go with our drinks. And again, it's about finding what's most important for you. And I think that works for us because for us, snacking is important. A lot of other plans would say don't have snacking, don't have carbs, don't have this, and that doesn't work for us. So you have to find what works for you.
Definitely.
You have to find the piece, the puzzle piece that works for your own journey.
Yeah.
So let's go to we have right here, and then we have
Yep,
Devin.
and then we'll go Devin right after.
So hi, Kim.
Hello, Miss Kimberly from Sudbury. Oh, I was gonna do Moira.
You almost sound.
I almost sounded like Moira there.
I just wanted to mention two things. The first off is, Gwen, I can relate. It's been a really bad week for me as well, but I highly recommend an accountability partner.
Love that.
If you could find someone who you can rely on, have that support system. There's also the group, but the accountability partner, hi, Rosie.
I wonder who's your accountability butter. Who's your accountability butter?
She's been my rock this week, and it's been really appreciative, and yeah, it's really helped me get through the tough times. So I highly recommend it. And the other thing that I wanted to mention was you guys mentioned coupling, and I have a funny story in regards to coupling.
Love it.
There's an episode called The Giggle Loop.
Yes,
and the Giggle
totally
Loop
know the.
Basically, what it is if you are with you're with a group and someone starts to giggle, if you look at them, you'll start to giggle, and the next person will giggle, and it continues on. Well, I was at a funeral, and it was a very Catholic funeral where they were saying the Hail Marys and the whole bit. And when they started doing the Hail Marys, I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's really, really sweet, the whole bit. After the fifth one, the thought that got in my head was, how bad was this guy to have say so many Hail Marys? And I started to giggle. And I looked at my friend, and my friend said giggle loop, and he started to giggle.
Oh no.
And our whole crew started to giggle. And there was one of the family members standing beside us, and they're looking at us like,
what are you doing? Exactly.
That's always the worst when you have those moments.
It's that same thing as when you cough, and then because you cough, somebody else coughs. Yes. And then somebody else coughs. It's that whole
the yawn.
Psychosomatic, or the sneeze too, exactly.
Yeah, the yawn, the sneeze, yeah. Thanks for sharing, Cam.
We ended up having to leave the funeral because we couldn't control it.
Are you sure they didn't escort you out of the funeral, Kim? I think they would have.
Almost.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Please leave. Why are you laughing?
Thanks so much for sharing, Kim.
It's funny because they don't know who people watching on YouTube and Facebook. Yes. We were saying before we log, so those of you who don't know, we log on to Zoom 30 minutes before, and we chat with everyone for about 15 minutes, and we're talking about a show we're watching right now called Coupling. It's from the UK.
We're watching the UK version right now.
It's something that I introduced y'all to.
Yeah, and I love it. It's so funny. And I want to segue to something right now, because someone just entered the room, and I want to wish this person a wonderful happy birthday. It's Bridget. It's Bridget's birthday today, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bridget.
Birthday is today?
Who else?
Angela.
Shangela's birthday today too.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Of course I share Shangela's birthday.
Of course you do.
Of course.
Two queens sharing the same birthday.
Yes, I saw that Instagram Live and everything, but I was like, yes, of course.
That's too cute.
How's it going? How's your birthday going?
How's your birthday treating you?
Good. Yeah, I was all around today, supporting local businesses, did a lot of pickups and everything. So, yeah.
Oh,
I've been busy today.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I slipped in a little bit late, but I'm so glad I got to be in here with you guys. And oh my God, I love this shirt.
Thank you.
And so my niece, she's 2 years old, obsessed with cats. And there's a TikTok video of a cat. So when she smells broccoli, she goes, bleh. The cat does that. It's on my Facebook. Anyway, so every time my niece, who's 2 years old, she says, meow meow your phone, because she wants to watch it.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
So she's all about watching the cats. We took her to the zoo. We all had to wear masks and everything, but he was all about watching the cats.
He's right here tonight. He's staying close.
Yeah.
He wants to be close by.
You know what's funny? I wore a shirt to school that my friend got me for my birthday, and it was all the fists. So it was a white person's fist, a black person's fist, and a brown, like a Hispanic. Anyway, and it said all together. And then I wore rainbow leggings and rainbow earrings, and I said, I'm representing it all.
Yeah.
I love it.
Every single color
So
of the rainbow.
that was at school the other day.
That's awesome. That's
So I
awesome.
turned teacher today, so I was like, I'm representing it all.
That's
That's
amazing.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Thanks so much, Bridget.
Thanks, Bridget.
And happy birthday.
Definitely, thanks guys.
Love you.
And I lost weight this week.
Woo! You
Good
buried
on
the lead. Awesome. So, Devin.
Hello, Devin.
How's it going?
Hi boys, how are you?
Good.
We're doing well. How are you?
How was your week?
I'm good. By the way, cute shirts, you guys are adorable.
Thank
And
you.
with the cute hats.
Wait,
So,
it's a
I've
Christmas
been
theme.
So I've been playing around with the app, and I really love it. I love how the new look goes. Hi, Kikos.
So, what do you like about the new?
but-
What do you like about the app? The new stuff about the app? What's your new favorite tool?
I love that you get points for sleep.
Yes.
'cause you
very
know why?
cool.
You know why? They added WW's created the fourth
Pillar now.
So remember, it was always three. It was always food, activity, and mindset. Now they added sleep, which we completely agree. It's definitely
It's
an important.
huge part.
But they should add a fifth one now. Community, right, Jana? Where's Jana? I know she's here tonight.
Jana's here tonight, and
Community.
I completely agree that
And it's definitely a pillar. I think we should all petition. Pillar 5, Pillar 5, Community, Pillar 5. Science.
Also, I've been doing happy coloring today because I love how to color that app that you mentioned, Nick.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And I've been coloring Disney pictures all day. I was
My
thinking about you
sister,
guys.
my sister started doing the game too.
Oh, she's
and
doing it too
doing
now?
all the Disney ones.
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so yeah, and for those who don't know, Happy Color is an app you can download on your iPad, and what you do is you draw on it.
And I would tell you this: it's a lot easier if you get yourself a stylus, which is one of those little tools with a little nubbin
Like
on the end.
this.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot easier with a
This one.
stylus.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. It's less hard on your finger and on your hand because the tapping motion
Yeah.
ends up hurting your elbow
And
eventually.
plus, I was thinking about you guys when I was coloring my
Hi, baby.
happy app color, and I was like, oh, what the guys are up to today.
Awesome. Thank you so
But-
much, Devin.
Love you, boys.
Love
Love you,
you.
Devin. Sorry, I got a kitty playing with my.
Playing with your what?
He's playing with my hat.
Awesome.
He's playing with my hat.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you want to talk about next? So, because we haven't, I will check on Facebook and more about the sleep. Yes, so the sleep. So yes, someone was asking about sleep on here. So the pillar with sleep, the reason that we've discovered that it's actually a very important pillar for us is we noticed that when we
don't
have
have sleep,
we don't have sleep, it tends to mess up the rest of our
Yep.
journey. We noticed that if I don't get my night's sleep, I don't go to bed by 9:30 during the week, and in bed at least by 9:30, then I tend not to want to wake up the next day, and then that ends up ruining my workout, which means I don't want to eat as well, and it just ends up doing a big snowball effect, which is just funny because sleep was never an important piece for us before.
but I also think, and I'm going to be honest, and I hate putting the three-letter word that we add to the whole necessity of sleep, which is age. As you get older, you need more sleep. You really do.
I met you, I slept more than I do now.
Well, yeah, true. But yeah, you were weird back then.
I just sleep a lot. It runs in our family. We like to sleep.
They
Who
do.
else likes to love sleeping? I could sleep in bed for hours. I was like,
you know what? I sleep better than I used to, but I still know that I have to get up. Like he stayed in bed till 11 this morning, which is
I slept slept in.
At
It was
7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm like, I gotta get up. My back is killing me. I can't just lay here anymore. I know I'm just gonna be uncomfortable. And if I lay there longer, my back will hurt more. So I'd rather, what I've done before is I've gotten up before, I've come to the living room, I've done a few, like I watched TV for a bit or had a coffee or did something, and then eventually maybe an hour later go back to bed. So if that's something that you need to do, you need to figure that out because that could help you as well, right?
So we do have 2 more people in chat. So Rosie raised her hand. So
Rosie!
let's see. Hi, Rosie.
Hello or hallelujah.
Hallelujah!
I was because you guys were talking sleep. I've had a really, as you know, there was sort of I've had a weird pattern since COVID came along, and I went back and looked because I track my sleep on Fitbit anyway, and my sleep was where I was getting anywhere from 5.5 to 6.5 hours of sleep, and I'm a person who needs minimum 7, and it went on for months, and so I finally, November, I started making sure I had my sleep pattern going down, like set up a sleep routine. And I'm convinced that the sort of trajectory I'm now starting on, which is starting to go down, is direct. There's a bunch of things, but one of the things is definitely that I've been sleeping. Because your body is so tired from doing whatever. I think that it happens. It just happens that your body can't function.
Yeah,
just like,
I think so too.
It's just like if you know, feed yourself.
Yeah,
function,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Well,
I think it's all part of that.
We talked about it in one of the workshops where sleep is actually, think of sleep as being the shower for the inside of your body. It's that moment of rest and relaxation that your body needs.
When you're awake, your brain is taking care of everything.
Everything.
You're walking, you're thinking. When you're sleeping at night, parts of your things that you're doing throughout the day, you're walking, all that stuff is no longer being thought of. So your brain can concentrate on everything else while you're sleeping. So it has more, emphasis on and so
it's that
resting state.
But my mood has been absolutely spectacular for a few weeks now.
I was gonna say.
And I've been doing nothing, but I'm convinced that, and yes, that's one part of it, but I think sleep has been a huge factor in that.
I'll definitely.
And
we both agree with that too.
I agree with you 100%. I think sleep is the factor in part. It is the factor.
Yeah, that's why it's part of it's a pillar now.
Yeah, that's why it is a pillar now.
Yeah, I did want to say something before we forget. So
sure.
I did want to wish a happy Thanksgiving to all
our
American
friends.
followers. So I know it's this Thursday, and I know it's a little early, but I just want to say it now because I don't want to forget.
Thank you very much for your Black Friday deals.
Yes, yes. we got to actually get some Black Friday deals today, so we're very happy with that. And we want to make sure not to forget to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving.
And we know.
And remember, it's one day.
Yeah.
Like you can make it. Just take it one step at a time. Yep. If you
Enjoy
decide
it.
to something, maybe negotiate with yourself. But if you know there's something that you want to have, it's one time a year. So just plan for it. Be more active this week. Go for a few more walks.
Exactly.
I don't know. Swap out some things. I think Thanksgiving is actually one of the holidays that you can plan out because turkey is 0 on blue and purple. So is vegetables. So there's a lot of things you can play with to make yourself a good meal that doesn't have to be so high calorie. And you can still have the dessert with all the pie. Again, it's picking what you want.
Yeah, it's finding out what part of the meal you want. It's almost the 3 out of 5 technique almost.
Yeah,
you can do that 3 out of 5 takeout technique at home. Like say, okay, I'm gonna have dessert, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have that. I'm not gonna have bread today, or I'm not gonna, find what works best for you and find what's going to satisfy you the most.
And if
that's what you need to think about.
And if next Sunday you show up here with us next time and you said, oh my God, I was trying to do one day, but it ended up being Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today.
You know what we're going to say?
Forgive yourself. It's okay.
No, I'm going to say, guess what? Tomorrow's Monday. You can start all over, right over again.
Exactly. Every day is
There's nothing wrong with that.
Tomorrow is a Monday, so it'll work out anyways. But don't get mad at yourself for enjoying life. Just move on and just refocus and just start back up again.
And we need to enjoy life right now.
Yeah.
We need to enjoy every little moment we have right now.
That's why our condo is so Christmassy.
Oh my goodness, yes.
It's the most Christmassy we've ever had anything since.
Well, no, you know what we realized is we had all of these decorations in our house, but our house were all rooms. So we couldn't see everything all at the same time. Now it's one big open concept. It's all in the
We
same
are
room.
going to film a video to show you guys. Once
Even to the
it's all
point
done.
that Jean-Luc, we have a big pole that goes into the corner of our condo.
He's wrapping it
and
with
I'm
wrapping
wrapping
paper.
it with wrapping paper.
So yes, it's gonna look like Santa threw up in our
No,
in our condo.
I would say I don't call it Santa because it's more rainbow colored. Like
Santa threw up in our condo. I'm okay with it. I'll just.
we forgot to turn Santa lights on today.
Oh, we will later.
Yeah.
It's dark now. We can see it. But we will show you guys a tour of that at some point.
And I think Sandra D would like to talk to
Yay!
us.
I know she joined a little late.
Hi,
so.
Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi guys.
How are ya?
How are ya?
Well, my godmother passed away a few days ago.
Yes.
Yes, we heard.
And
I saw that.
I had the reading yesterday at the funeral, and I nailed it. It was this biblical term that I'm Catholic and I went to school, never heard of the word in my life. Practiced it for half an hour while I was driving from London to Strathroy, and I nailed it. Even the priest and the clergy came up to me and said I did a wonderful job.
Oh,
that's
And
awesome.
I'll tell you why. Because I've been sleeping. Since I killed the Sandra D. weight loss journey pain is done for. I no longer get 3 hours of sleep a night. I got 10 hours of sleep last night. Missed half an hour of your show because I was sleeping on the couch.
But that's.
All I do is sleep. I'm catching up now. I don't know how I survived getting such little sleep, and it's affected my journey. You know what I mean? It really does.
It does. It does.
Sleep is so important.
We know we've seen this. We've seen the effect on not just us, on others who've been on like who some of them started back work and they're stressed at work and they're doing more and they their pattern has changed or their routine has changed, and then when that happens, oftentimes the first thing that goes is sleep. That's the first thing we give up first on any aspect of our journey, because we think, you know, oh, I'll just catch up another time, or I'll sleep in on another day. And what ends up happening oftentimes is you don't get that other day. And it ends up adding up, and then eventually you get to a point where you're getting. That's what happens to me a lot. I get that. That happens to me often. I tend to, and I'll be honest with that. I tend to sometimes reduce my sleep, and eventually I just get hit a day where I have to sleep all day because I'm so exhausted.
Think of.
And it affects us mentally. It does affect us mentally. For me,
Of course.
if I don't get my sleep, it affects me mentally, and the stupid things that happened in the past, I thought, what happened that day? I didn't get my sleep, didn't take my pills on time, and that's why I was acting retardedly.
But think of sleep as more you time.
Yeah.
Think of sleep as more you time. We all need time for ourselves. It doesn't mean we need time for ourselves to be awake all the time, but
No.
we need time for ourselves to decompress. And part of your you time is sleep, is where you have your moments with yourself, where you give your body that well-deserved time to recover from everything you've put it through all day.
Another thing too that I want to point out, when I don't get enough sleep, my body actually reacts to it. If I don't get enough sleep, when Jean-Luc and I first met, on my first birthday, he actually brought me out to his fancy little boutique hotel in a art shop in downtown Toronto. And we were staying there, and that night we went out, and I started telling him I need to go sleep, I don't feel well. And he's like, oh, come on, it's your birthday, you should be able to stay out. And so I did, and the next day I had a sore throat.
We didn't stay out, we ended up going back to the hotel.
Well, my body, when yeah, that's what I mean. When I get tired, I start getting a sore throat. My tonsils start to hurt. And I know that if I don't listen to my body, go to sleep, I'll get sick. And it happens all the time. I mean, he knows this now. He knows this with me. So if I start saying, oh, my tonsils starting to hurt, and actually, it started happening to him sometimes too now. Sometimes you get a sore throat, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
I need to go to bed.
Or my throat starts feeling weird. I'm like, yeah, something's weird. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
I wanted to say something else. I feel my back out. People don't think, oh, I got 70-something pounds. I'm the queen of the world. I can move whatever. I'm through my back, and I haven't been able to work out for 3 weeks. And I was so down on myself, like, you're such a loser. You can't work out. But you know what? I said,
Okay, I'm stopping you right there, Sandra. You are using some words. Sandra, I'd like to stop you for a second. I'd like to stop you for a second. You're using some words.
I'm gonna get crap.
I'm not gonna give you crap. I'm giving you love. First of all, you said words that I don't like. The one word you said, I won't repeat it because you said I don't like it. So I don't want you to use that word anymore because it's just not a word that is correct to use. It's not a term that we should use, and you should be calling yourself that either. And that's what I didn't like about you calling yourself. The second word is you're so negative right now on yourself. And look, try to change what you're saying as positive. Look at what you're doing. You're making the change. You're asleep now. So stop thinking of, oh my God, start saying, look at what I'm doing. I'm now taking care of myself. So that way, it's the important part. So kudos for you and also what you needed to do.
And realizing that you need to sleep is also part of this lesson of this journey.
And it's just because I love you that I wanted to tell you that.
But I have this guilt on me because I've been feeling my back. Like, why did I pick up that?
We all do it. We all do it. Last year I hurt my foot. I don't know if you guys remember last year. I got a memory of it today. Last year we went to do a body, and we did a bunch of classes, and I came home and I overdid it and I hurt my foot, and I was wearing a tensor bandage for weeks. Because again, sometimes we push ourselves, and again, it's listening to your body. If you're doing something, your body's telling you not to do it, you need to stop.
Well,
that's why. What does it say?
We have a prime example as well. What did we say a couple weeks ago we wanted to do? We were going to climb the stairs, all our 7 flights of
Leah's
stairs.
here today.
I know, I'm doing this right on purpose because I know she's there listening. We're going to climb the 7 flights of stairs with all the kitty litter, and we're going to do this. And then, you know what? We went and picked up the bags of kitty litter.
Oh my God,
and
was it heavy.
Are you flipping crazy? We ain't climbing 7 flights of stairs.
How did I walk with that on me?
Kitty litter? I'm not an idiot, and thank you, Leah, for making us even think about it, because originally we were going to do it, but then if she wouldn't have said something, we probably would have done it. But the fact that we wouldn't have done it because
the bags of litter were way too heavy.
Insane.
Like, we tried to take a picture with it at the store, and it was like, oh my God, grab it because I'm gonna collapse. Like, how did I walk with that on me?
But it's those though, Sandra, where again, you know what I'm gonna say? We need to apply a pause. It's that pause is so powerful in our journey, where sometimes we need to pause before we do something and say, wait a minute. Is this something I can physically do right now? Is this something I can mentally do right now? And asking ourselves those questions right will help you.
So thanks Sandra D.
I love you, Sandra.
So we do have other hands up. We will come back. It is 3 minutes to the end of the show, so we will wrap up, but we will stay. We will stay on Zoom and talk to everybody else after this, so please keep your hands up. And if anybody else wants to chat afterwards, please raise your hand and we'll come back to you guys.
It's already 8 o'clock.
It is already 8 o'clock. So I love this tonight, guys. So in the next few weeks, again, we want to talk about anything you guys want. If you have a question, something that you do this week about this, ask us live so we can talk about it, have these discussions.
If you have a question for somebody else in the Zoom that you follow on Connect, that you follow somewhere else, feel free to ask them those questions
here. Or on
Facebook.
YouTube. We love your questions. This is what keeps us going, and we love answering them because that's what this is all about. It's about sharing. And if you have that question, then means someone else might also have the same question.
And if somebody has an answer to somebody else's question, please feel free to say, hey, guess what? I want to add something to that.
So I don't know if you guys caught our video that came out yesterday. It was another What's the Tip video, and it was about non-scale victories. So it's on our YouTube channel. We filmed it while we were walking. Yep, it was fun. It was a fun video to film. So if you guys, Linda has her thumbs up. So it was a very fun video. So if you haven't seen it, check it out on YouTube. And if any of you can, share it to other groups or other people. You guys help us, get our videos out there. So I would really appreciate if you guys could do that.
And someone said something in one of the workshops earlier. Two things. And I think it's really great for especially our American friends right now that are going to Thanksgiving. It's a holiday, not Halloween. Think of that. Makes sense, doesn't it? I loved when someone said that. I was like, wow, it is just one day, not the week. And another thing is to be the best present is to make sure you are present. So think as well. So making sure you're present.
The best present
to yourself is being present. Is being there all the time for yourself.
And remember, that's our why. Our why is to be present as long as possible.
Yeah.
So,
and not only for him, but for me now.
Yeah, exactly, for both of us. So, next Saturday, we are actually doing an interview with Gold Farm. So we kind of talked about it a bit on another episode. Gold Farm is a local vendor who sells fresh herbs here in Toronto. It's actually a local business that we were trying to just help the guy out because he was really nice, and we actually subscribe to his service. So
Yeah.
that'll be a video coming out next Saturday. And then the week after that, we have a recipe coming out for chickpea pesto sauce. So 0 points on blue and purple, and it's amazing. So we actually filmed it. Went on our group live one time. We were eating it on our fettuccine. That video that went live. So that's the actual video coming out now. So that's next Saturday. Next Sunday we're back live with our Fireside chat. We are visiting workshops this week.
Yes, on Monday we're going to be in Jackson, New Jersey.
On Tuesday we're in the peer groups Generation X in Canada.
Yeah, and then on Friday we're going to be in Long Beach, California. On Saturday we'll be downtown Toronto, Ontario, Middleton, New Jersey, Santa Monica, California, and Merced, California.
And on Sunday we're in Ocean, New Jersey, and Santa Rosa, California.
And thank you so much for all of you for letting us know when workshops change.
I'll be doing that from now on. I have the schedule done for next week already. I'll be posting in a few days.
So that way you guys are
don't fix our mistakes. Like Charlotte, the time that Janet told me that they were closed on Thanksgiving, so I was like, oh yes. You guys fixed all my mistakes before I released it to the public, so I'll just do that from now on because it's a lot easier.
Thanks for helping.
Yeah, thanks for helping. And then just a few reminders: our Facebook group is to win some.
I don't know where they are.
Yum and Yummer cookbooks.
Behind them.
Yeah,
they're on top of the fridge.
Okay, Yum and Yummer cookbooks.
Yeah, we have 2 Yum and Yummer cookbooks that we're going to be raffling off once we hit 5,000 members on our Facebook group. So all you need to do, there is a post with a picture of the books. Just go down on that post, put your name and where you're from, and then once we hit 5,000, we will be drawing 2 names and mailing it to you. It does not matter where you live.
We'll figure it out.
In Australia, you can be wherever, and we will make sure that book gets to you.
Yeah. Other reminders, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and TikTok. Just look for #WWGays and you'll find us everywhere.
Yeah, and then our website is www.gays.com. For our recipes, www.gays.com/recipes.
Our P.O. Box is P.O. Box 91152, Bayview Village, Willowdale, Ontario, M2K2Y6. And our email is
www.gays@gmail.com.
And that's it. And happy
Thanksgiving,
everyone.
And you all.
Happy normal week for everyone else.
Happy holiday.
Happy holiday.
One day, right?
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
I thought you were going to turn off
I will. I forgot.
top right corner X.
Oh, there it is.